What happens if you're 55 years old, working as a federal employee, and suddenly get hit with a RIF? But then you find out you don't qualify for the FERS supplement? This is where things get confusing and costly, because most federal employees assume that if they retire early, the supplement will automatically kick in. But that's not always true. Let's break this down. At age 55, if you're separated due to a RIF, you may be eligible for something called discontinued service retirement. That allows you to retire earlier than usual. But here's the catch. The FERS supplement, which is designed to bridge the gap until Social Security, does not always apply in this situation. And this is where many people get caught off guard. Because without that supplement, you could be missing a significant portion of expected monthly income. So now the question becomes, what do you do next? First, understand your income sources. You may still receive your FERS pension, but it will be based only on your years of service. And if you retired earlier than planned, that pension may be lower than expected. Second, your TSP becomes even more important. At 55, if you're separated from federal service, you can access your TSP without early withdrawal penalties. But that doesn't mean you should start withdrawing large amounts. Because this is where people make the biggest mistake. They panic, they take lump sums, and they create tax problems while reducing long-term growth. The smarter approach is to create a structured withdrawal plan, a steady monthly income that works alongside your pension and helps replace the missing supplement. Third, adjust your expectations. Without the supplement, you may need to rely more on your TSP in the early years, which means your strategy needs to be more precise, not aggressive, not overly conservative, but balanced. Because your goal is simple: make your money last until Social Security begins. And finally, avoid emotional decisions. A RIF is unexpected. It creates pressure, and it pushes people to act quickly. But the worst financial decisions are often made in a hurry. The better approach: pause, understand your options, and build a plan around your actual situation. Because even without the FERS supplement, you can still create a stable retirement, but only if your income strategy is clear. The key takeaway is this: getting RIF'd at 55 without the supplement doesn't mean you're out of options. But it does mean every decision matters more. From how you use your TSP to how you manage your income, everything needs to be intentional. Because retirement isn't about what you expected. It's about how you adapt. Subscribe to Federal Pension Advisors for more smart tips.